Hello guys and welcome back to another video. It's really nice to have you here. I thought I would take you through a bit of like, I don't know, it's a bit of everything really. I thought I'd do a food shop haul as it's Friday, it's Good Friday here in the UK, so the start of the Easter weekend. But Friday is when I get my food shop in for the week, so I thought I would go through that. Also just come on my period yesterday, so I feel a bit, I'm gonna try and make sense. I feel like my brain's not working, but just thought I would film little bits and bobs of what we're doing over the weekend, kind of like on my period, like food, little bits and bobs here and there. So yeah, bit of a mixed bag, but just thought I would take you along and throw in some helpful tips and advice in there as well along the way. So as I said, I'm going to start with my food shop. It's just been delivered. I was going to film my workout this morning actually, but my camera wasn't charged. So Aaron just being really quiet and trying to be really quiet in the background. It's normally at work when I do a lot of filming, but obviously because it's Good Fridays here. So yeah, I was going to film my workout. My camera battery was dead, which was annoying, but I could not be bothered, and I nearly canned it and completely. Then I was gonna change it to something else, and then like maybe just like some bar or Pilates or something, and then I was like, no, I'm just gonna do it. I know I'll feel better because normally with my strength session on a Friday I do it's majority strength focused, and I do a little bit of conditioning at the end, but I was like, I'm just gonna go lighter with my weights and not do the conditioning stuff, do some stretching, practice my splits. So that's what I did, and it wasn't the best workout ever, but it was something, and I do feel better for getting something in, and it wasn't like too much. I don't want to like deplete my energy more than what it already is. So I actually had a pretty good cycle last month. My period came right on the day it was predicted, which was, you know, good. It's always nice when it goes to plan. But yeah, like I just feel a bit tired, but that could just be, you know, the end of the week and stuff. So it's going to be a nice slow day, and because it's Good Friday we're going for fish and chips later at the coast, so I'm very excited for that, and I've got lots of good stuff on this food shop. So yeah, as I say, I'm gonna go into this. I'm always a bit reluctant to share food shop stuff. I remember one of the first videos of mine that ever went viral on TikTok was food shop haul, and I was being trolled so bad, and it was people were just so distraught at how much I'd spent on the food shop. It was like lockdown, so I wasn't eating out, and they couldn't believe how much I'd spent on it and stuff, and I was like, it's my hard-earned money and spend it on what I want. And it wasn't even that bad, I don't think. I mean, compared to the Cos He Lives crisis that we're in right now, it felt relatively cheap, but never mind. Anyway, like I say, always a little bit reluctant to share it, but is what it is, and I'll just kind of talk you through the week. So basically this shop is for bits over the weekend. We have got quite a lot planned because we've got like family visiting and things like that, so we're eating out a little bit more than what we normally would, but we do tend to eat out on a weekend. So it's stuff for the weekend, and then for next week, so I kind of planned it where I would have some bits to help with the menstrual phase and then the follicular phase. So I'm pleased that my period came on time because it hasn't messed up my food plans. I always plan my food for the week before I order my food shop. I cannot recommend this enough. It actually saves money, especially with everything being so expensive. It takes a lot of guesswork out of your week as well, especially if you've got a specific goal that you want to achieve. I would definitely recommend to plan ahead. And then I do get a few little bits here and there, like staples that I know that I can have if I need to switch things up, but I always eat food that I like, so I never plan a meal and think, oh, I don't want that. Nah, I really don't think I ever feel that way, because I always have nice balanced meals. I don't cut anything out, so I never really feel that way. So yeah, can't recommend enough. Plan it out, make your food shop list. You've got everything in that you need. If you need to buy a couple of bits here and there through the week, then do, but mine always lasts me the week, and I get quite a lot of fresh fruit and veg. I just, like I say, it lasts me until like the following Thursday. I never really have to go and buy anything additionally because I just don't like doing that, and I feel like life's busy enough without having to go to the shop 20,000 times in the week. So another reason why I like to do it this way. So not saying it's for everyone, that's just what works for me, so I thought I would share, but I can't recommend planning enough regardless of how many times you want to go and do your food shop. So without further ado, I will talk you through. I'm going to start with cupboard stuff, I think. I was just going to move there. So, right. There's so many good Easter treats in this as well. So I thought we'd start with the essentials. And gold bunnies. I got me and Aaron one each. Like I said, we don't like do stuff for Easter. I was like, one for you, one for me. So everything's white chocolate because that is my absolute fave. Wesley's like staring at us because he can but yeah, so lots of Easter chocolate. I also got some of these Divine white chocolate cream eggs. Oh, I hate after Easter because this is probably the most elite chocolate for me. Like I love a cream egg. I've always loved a cream egg. When they brought the white chocolate ones out, so I was absolutely raging when they used to do the one where it was like if you found it you won a prize. I was like, I don't care about the prize, the white chocolate is the prize. So when they actually released these for real, this is like mega for me. So I mean, the fact I only got one for Aaron and one for me is saying something, but I've already had some this week. And then I also got these No More cookie dough bunnies. So I started eating No More when I found out last year as No More chocolate. Last year when I found out that I had a strong milk intolerance, cow's milk intolerance, sorry. So I still do have chocolate now and again, and it is Easter. But this is actually so nice, the cookie dough one. So I would actually just eat this chocolate regardless now. So yeah, very, very nice. So also got some of them. So that's starting with the essentials. And then also got some lentil cakes. So I tend to have these before I train on the morning with some honey and peanut butter. Sometimes I add banana on there. I really like them. I feel like rice cakes get a bit of a bad rap. They've like not got a very good reputation. Like I don't know why. I feel like they're just a bit like gym bro, I suppose. But I really like them. They're like light enough for me because I get up so early. I want to eat, but it's not really heavy and it like digests pretty quick. So I've got a couple packets of those. I've got this week I'm going to make like a chicken pesto pasta. So got some pesto, got lots of milk. I really like pea milk and this is what I have in my matcha. It's pretty high in protein as well. So I tend to not drink cow's milk like direct, if that makes sense. I tend to go for like other milks. I love coconut milk. I have that with my morning cacao drink. So just needed a top up of some milks and they're pretty long life as well, which is good. So just a little bit, running a little bit low. I also got almond milk, which I have in my coffee. Just a preference. So yeah, you can have any of those. You could just get one of those milks if you really wanted to, but hey ho. And then coconut water. Really rate this. It's really good for just hydrating really. So I always have that and just tend to have that throughout the week. And then juice to add to my water as well because I do just like some juice in my water to help it go down. This one's really nice. It's strawberry and watermelon flavour. I really love it, but it's quite weak, so I feel like I need quite, and I don't really particularly have it strong, I feel like I need quite a bit in there to make it taste good, but anyway. And then some sweet chilli sauce for a recipe that I'm making this week, as we'd run out of that, so just top it up with some sauce. Also really sorry if you can hear my washing machine in the background. I don't know how loud it'll be on here, but just getting the washing done, all the adult jobs today. So also, I thought I'd ordered a large bag of Doritos, but I've ordered 5 small packs. Never mind, this is for a recipe. I'm gonna do a Mexican macaroni bake and then crumble some of these on the top. So that's a bit annoying. I think I've done that before as well. Never mind, still do the same job. And then hippies, Aaron really likes these, so I like the salt and vinegar ones. Aaron absolutely loves these, so these are for Aaron. Just a good little snack throughout the week. So they're chickpea crisps, but they taste like Wotsits. Again, nothing wrong with Wotsits. I just really like them. So I made from chickpeas. And then I also got some hot cross buns because it's Easter, so I think I'm gonna have these for breakfast tomorrow. I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a bake. So posted one recently on my Instagram. I posted it on here actually on Shorts, but it was basically like a croissant bake. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do that but with hot cross buns. I wanted like a fancy flavour, but I didn't really have any left, so I just got some normal ones, which I'm sure will be nice. I've got some like pistachio cream and stuff, so I think I'm gonna add that in. Then we've got some eggs. I mean, this for me is a fridge item, but they always come in the cupboard bag. But yeah, got some eggs, again running low. I have these like throughout the week, but I am going to do, I'm starting to meal prep again. I am going to do like a omelette, like meal prep. So I'm going to do it in like the Tupperware. So I've got some glass Tupperware you can put in the oven, so just make it in there and make like a bit of an omelette, put some spinach, tomato and stuff in, and then just have some sourdough with it on the day is the plan. Eggs are really good for follicular phase, but obviously they're good for all phases, a really good source of protein. Especially like if you're, I don't know actually with this, because I work, some of my clients that are veggie will have eggs and some won't. But they are a good protein source if you are a veggie that eats eggs, but even if you're not a veggie, they're also very good because I'm not veggie. But yeah, would always recommend having some eggs in, and they are pretty long life, so a good go-to to grab to add some extra protein to stuff. Got some rice. Don't at me, this is convenience. I literally, this is when that TikTok went viral. Everyone was like, can't believe you're buying a pack of rice. I was like, sorry. I do actually have normal rice in there, but sometimes I'm pushed for time, so I like to have a combination of both. So that's some microwave rice in there. Oh, forgot I got these actually. I knew there was some more Easter chocolate in there. I mean, this is up there with the white chocolate cream eggs, like stunning. And then also got some bananas. Again, these are like a pre-workout one. Me and Aaron both have like before runs, before workouts and stuff, so I always get 2 bunches of these every week. Some passata sauce, just on brand. Again, just for a recipe this week. I can't remember what that's for, to be totally honest. And then I've got some potatoes. Again, I do tend to keep these in the fridge. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's where I keep them. Good old potatoes. Classic carb, you can use for anything, but I absolutely love chopping them up, putting olive oil on, garlic, rosemary, thyme, salt and pepper, and putting them in the air fryer for like 15-20 minutes. Oh, honestly, stunning. And then dishwasher tablets, very boring. Oh, I forgot actually, I also got some cashew milk to try. I've heard about this because I have quite a lot of nut milk. I really want to try this, and I actually managed to get some. So I'm intrigued and gonna try it in a masher and a coffee this week and see what that's like. So yeah, I really do like the nut milks. Like I say, I mean, when I first found out about the like the cow's milk intolerance, I was like, oh, my coffee's gonna taste disgusting. But actually with the almond milk, I'm gonna add like a little bit of vanilla stevia. It kind of has like a marzipan taste, which I really like. Again, not for everyone, but even the pea milk is really nice in coffee as well. They just taste like normal milk. So I'm gonna see what the cashew one's like anyway. But yeah, I remember being totally distraught when I found out, and I was like, oh God, I was like, that's it, I can't drink coffee ever again, but it's actually totally fine. Okay guys, welcome to my utility room. I'm gonna do the fridge stuff now. So that was the end of the cupboard stuff. So this is like my utility room. That's my little sauna. There's some gym stuff in there, ironing board, mop, everything. A very ideal room. This room sold it for me when we got this house. I was like, yes. So the washing machine stopped, thankfully. So just gonna talk you through these bits. I've got some turkey bacon. I get this every week. I really love this. I eat it most of the time. I might even add it to that egg omelette meal prep I was talking about, and like cook it up and then chop it and put it in, just for some extra protein potentially. But yeah, I love it. Like, it's quite a good go-to one on a weekend if I'm like, don't know what to have. I'm like, oh, I could have like a bacon sandwich, get some protein in, add some spinach in there for some nutrients, butter for some fats on, and then obviously carbs from the bread roll. So yeah, really good staple for me, that one. And then got some said butter, Lurpak, divine. And then some skirt yogurt. So I try again not to have too much cow's milk because it does just set off my stomach a little bit. So I'll have like little bits and bobs. This is actually for Aaron, but I will sometimes have it if need be. But it's not always what I'll have. I usually have the Alpro. Now I normally order the vanilla one of these. That was my only substitute this week. It's very sad, but it's just plain. So I'll often just add in a protein powder to this, obviously the plain one for a bit of flavour. But I use this in like a lot of recipes and things like that. I recently shared a shot of like a pasta salad that I had, and then to make the dressing I'll use like a plain yoghurt, so you could even use the scale one for that. Extra boost of protein, makes it nice and creamy, obviously mixed with other things. So yeah, that's the one that I tend to use anyway. And then I have got Oh, a big thing of lettuce, a big lettuce basically. Again, going into the follicular phase, lighter kind of foods, like more salady vibes. Your body doesn't need as much energy as what it does in the second half of your cycle. So I tend to add like kind of side salads and stuff onto things anyway, just for extra nutrients, but we'll go for like stuff like lettuce in the follicular phase. Then we have got some steak mince 5%. So I'm going to make that taco macaroni bake that I mentioned there before for when I'm on my period. Red meat's really good for that, so I'm going to make that over this weekend. And then some cheese for us, which I might put on the bake, see how I'm feeling. And then we have just got some veggies, so peppers. Again, that's for a few different recipes, but it will go in that bake. Mushrooms. I can't remember what I bought these for, to be honest, but they'll probably go in that taco bake, I think. Again, a really good one to add in for your period to help support your body. We've got some tomatoes. I just buy them every week. I feel like they're like a staple, but again, they'll be added into the omelette and maybe like a side salad, like I mentioned with the lettuce and stuff as well. Got some chicken thigh fillets for a couple of recipes throughout the week. I'm having quite a lot of chicken, so like lean proteins like chicken are really good for the follicular phase, but obviously I have chicken, you know, in other phases too, but it is a good one to have in there. And then I've got some cottage cheese, mainly for ours, but sometimes I do have that as well. And then some olives. So this is for a recipe for this week. I can't remember what the hell it was. I think I might be doing like a Mediterranean. I'm doing like a Mediterranean fish. So olives, again, really good one for the follicular phase. So that was one of the reasons why I included that in, but I don't know if it's Mediterranean or Greek. I can't remember anyway, but yes, this is what I got these for, but also to snack on. Also got some Philadelphia, don't mind Wesley barking at somebody just innocently going about their lives in the background there. Philly for Aaron. I sometimes add a little bit to recipes as well. And then I got said fish for Mediterranean or Greek, whatever the hell it was. This is actually sea bass. So I don't know if I've ever had this before. I don't know why, I was just like, oh, fancy like a fish. I was trying to have some fish in the week, and I was like, I always have, well, had quite a lot of cod this week, because it's a good one for the luteal phase, and then, you know, I eat salmon quite a lot, so yeah, and like tuna, I just thought mix it up a bit, so see what that's like. Got some strawberries. I love these, actually last a really long time, so I've got a big thing of strawberries. I tend to have most of them over the weekend as well. Like I buy fresh berries for a weekend, so there's some blueberries there. There will be some raspberries kicking around. Some spinach, again I go through that pretty quick. And then some courgette, which I think is going in the Greek/Mediterranean dish, but again, a really good one for the follicular phase, but just lots of veggies for fibre. And you know, you don't need to necessarily include certain things for different phases if you don't want to, but it's just the way I like to plan my meals, to help give variety like each week, so I don't feel like I'm always eating the exact same. Last bag, I got some chicken sausages. Again, me and Aaron tend to have these each week, we either chuck them in and eat them as a snack, or have them in a sandwich, or whatever it might be. And then got some grapes. Aaron's on a bit of a grape thing at the minute, but I do like them again, just have a snack. And then there's the raspberries. Like I say, it's a bit annoying with raspberries and like berries that they don't feel like they last as long, so I do always have some in the freezer, but I'll tend to buy some for the weekend and eat them quickly so they don't go off. And then just some more yogurt. So this is normally the one that I buy. The other one was the substitute for my favourite vanilla one, so I've got lots of yogurt there, which is good. Yeah, that's everything with my food shop. So I'm gonna get this put away, and then I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later today. Like I said, we're gonna go for a nice walk with Wes and get some fish and chips for Good Friday, which I honestly just feel like my period just needs. So yeah, I think I'm going to show you like a bit of today and then take you through a bit of like the Easter weekend, to hopefully get this edited and uploaded in time. But I hope that food haul has been helpful in some way. If you have any questions about anything, obviously please let me know below. But yeah, I'm gonna crack on and get this put away now. Hello guys, just checking in. I've just been doing some work, getting caught up with my clients, making sure they're all okay before the weekend. I had a couple of clients to set up and stuff, which is lovely. So many new girls on board this month, which is just lush. I really love my job. And I don't want to hammer on about it too much, but I really do. So yeah, just been getting all caught up with that, with a little bit of house admin in between. Friday's like my day where I do my food shop, I do cleaning, I've got the washing, as you can see, hanging in the background in my office. I've been able to put it outside lately, but the weather's not looking too great. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit, I don't know, I just feel a bit like overwhelmed, I suppose. I feel a bit tired, a bit like mentally done in. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I had a pretty good cycle last month. Like my periods come on time, like my luteal phase didn't feel too bad, like, you know, I felt pretty good. And normally for me, my luteal phase is like a little bit worse, and then I head into the menstrual phase and I feel like kind of, obviously the first 2 days aren't ever that great, but I do tend to feel a bit better, and feel my personality coming back a little bit, whereas I feel like this month's kind of been a little bit of the other way around. And I wanted to share this because every woman is different. Every woman will feel different things, but also every cycle is different and won't be exactly the same. And I think it's important to also highlight, which is something that I kind of struggled with a little bit when I first kind of was learning about like my cycle and stuff, is that not every cycle will be the same, and the aim isn't to try and make it that way. Like, it's definitely important, to understand what is normal for you and what like is like your typical kind of like month, and where you kind of thrive and where you need, like, you know, to slow it down or whatever it might be. But then there will be months like this, and this is just like listening to your body, and that's kind of what cycle syncing is for me. It's just having that greater self-awareness. And like right now I feel very depleted, and it's hard because I've still got things I need to get done today, but I am just gonna have a bit less time on socials today, like try not to like get into a doom scroll, because I feel like I'm definitely in the mindset where I can start to spiral a bit negatively. So I'm gonna take some time off. Like I say, we've got going for like fish and chips and stuff and a walk by the coast later, so I think some fresh air and stuff will definitely really help, and just having a nice early night and a good sleep is the aim. So yeah, just wanted to share this, just obviously like hopefully it helps, and to know that you're not trying to make every cycle exactly the same, and you might feel different from like last month and stuff, and it's just about listening to your body and what works for you. So I'm just gonna do a quick like clean of the house just so it's nice and fresh for the weekend, and then I'm gonna have a bit of like down and wind time. I'm not gonna stress about hitting like a step goal today, not that I ever do, but I tend to hit it quite easily. But a day like today I might not. I might with cleaning the house, but I'm not just gonna, normally I like make an effort to hit my step goal, whereas today I'm like, do you know what, I've already done quite a bit of movement, like it is what it is. Plus I don't need wear a watch or anything. I track it just like to get a rough estimate from my phone, so it's never that accurate. But yeah, like I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself today basically, and stress about like little things. I'm just feel like rest is key today, and to just recoup both my body and my mind, to just have a bit of a breather. I just looked down and Wesley's been like under my desk at my feet this whole time. I just honestly think, oh hello sweet boy, you okay? Oh, I just love him. I love you. I'm just making a cup out of my dressing gown on. I'm just feeling all the period feels, and I'm cold, so I was gonna take it off. I thought, no, I'm just gonna be real with you guys, because I always just put my dressing gown on top of my clothes. Honestly, my neighbours must be like, what does that girl do? Like, I'm just in the house in my dressing gown all the time. I was like, Dad came around the other week and he was like, are you not dressed yet? I was like, yes I am actually. I've just got my house coat on because I'm cold. So anyway, I'm just about to make a cup of tea, but I wanted to share this because this is really good for your period, to help relieve like cramps and all those nasty symptoms. So raspberry leaf and peppermint, so it can help just ease digestion as well. I'm just throwing together some food, literally just using up some leftovers from this week so that nothing's gone to waste. And yeah, I'm just gonna have this with it to aid digestion. So yeah, just wanted to share that little tip with you guys, a good one for your period. Like, I can't recommend herbal teas enough throughout your cycle, and sometimes I do just have this at other times, but another good one for your period is chamomile, because it's calming and soothing. Lemon and ginger can be pretty good as well. I tend to have that one more in the luteal phase with peppermint peppermint tea. Also, if you didn't want to buy this, I just get this off Amazon. But if you didn't want to buy this, like normal peppermint tea would be good. It doesn't have to be that brand neither, but herbal teas can really help to just soothe all of the stuff that's going on inside. I think I'm gonna, like I say, I'm just adding a few bits together. I've got some beetroot in the fridge. I'm gonna just chuck that in. I've just got like some chickpeas and stuff that I'm gonna have to use up. But beetroot's another really good one to have on your period, as it can help with blood flow. I actually often have beetroot juice before I go running, because it helps with blood flow, so it can help to improve the performance in the run as well. So yeah, just wanted to share that and hope that those tips help, guys. Beetroot's a really good one to include. Again, you know, none of these things are like miracles, are not going to necessarily fix things, but they can just help to make this harder time better. I'm off to the coast. Wesley's in the back there. He's not very happy about it, but he will be when we get there. We made it for fish and chips, guys, but the queue was crazy big. I was gonna get a video, but there's a lot of people and I didn't want to invade people's privacy. But yeah, we've just stood. I'm so cold, like it's so cold. The weather's been so nice for ages. And I put my leather jacket on, thought, oh, I'll be fine. I nearly put my big teddy bear coat on and I was like, don't be dramatic, Emma. I really wish I had. So Aaron's like made it into the door and you can't take dogs in, so me and Wes have come sit in the car. Bless him. He looks so sad. He always looks so sad. Oh, sweet boy. You're not sad. You're happy. So I'm sitting in the back with Wesley and we're getting warm. And Aaron, bless him, is getting the fish and chips. I can't wait now. Absolutely starving. So we may or may not have just had to remortgage the house to get these. Wow. Look at the size of that fish. Oh, honestly, I cannot wait to devour this. It's really funny. So Aaron's from down south, for those that don't know, and he finds it really funny that there's queues outside the fish and chip shop, whereas it's pretty normal for me on Good Friday. It's just a thing. So we pulled up and the queue was massive. He was like, what the hell? It's even bigger now than when we got here. But now that he's got his fish, he's like, yeah, I understand now. He's happy. I'm happy. I got. I was defeated. To be fair, I didn't need that much cod. That was big. Jeez, Louise, I have the biggest food baby. I probably can't even say. I think I'm gonna have to unbutton these jeans now. Oh, lordy lord, but it was very, very good. Now home to eat chocolate. Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. We've just got up. I've had the best sleep. I had like 10 hours, which is just unheard of for me, but I really needed it. And normally I like to get up early. I mean, it is so early. It's like, well, like 8 o'clock, which is late for me. But normally I like to get up a bit earlier and just like, I don't know, I just like getting up early. But I was like, no, I just need sleep, and sometimes we just need that, so especially on my periods. So yeah, that was lovely. I feel so refreshed. I feel refreshed. I had all that food last night. Those fish and chips were unbelievable. It's been a few years since I've been in that chip shop. I don't really get fish and chips that often anyway, but oh, it's been a while since I've had them, so that was divine. And then I had a little bit of chocolate when we got in. We were actually just so full. And we had some of the balls. When I say some, we had half a pack each. And then I was falling asleep at like 8:30. So went to bed and yeah, I didn't set an alarm. I woke up at like 6 and felt really refreshed, and I was like, okay, I'll get up soon, and then I must have fell back asleep. So that was that. I'm just gonna make breakfast now, then we're gonna walk Wesley, and then we're going over to my dad's today. All my family are gonna be there. My sister's up from down south with my niece and nephew, and then my other 2 nieces will be there as well. So it's going to be an absolute full mad house, so I can't wait. So just, yeah, that's the plan really. Just gonna make a nice brekkie. I've got those hot cross buns, so I'll show you breakfast and go for a walk, and yeah, I'm excited. So I normally make this with the croissants, like I say. I'm just going to tear up the hot cross buns and make the bake this way. I wanted to get some jazzy hot cross buns, but this just had plain, so here we are. Here we are, all ready for the oven. I added some little Malteser bunnies. I don't know how it's going to turn out, so I thought I'd show you before. I'm hoping it'll just melt. And then pistachio cream and raspberries. Oh, I cannot wait. Mind the loudest coffee machine in the world in the background, but this is the finished product. So the bunnies have melted in a bit, but I think that's going to be really nice when we cut into it, so cannot wait to dive into this. And we're on our way to see the family. Wesley's in the back again, fuming. I'm a passenger princess, as always. So yeah, going to have more scran, really. I've just picked up my brother. I'm vlogging for YouTube, Liam.
Oh, fuck off.
I've just picked up a Starbucks on the way to my dad's. I got a lavender. Nice matcha. Hi, girly pops.
They look good. Yeah. Of course they do. Nice. Can you get in there?
Lovely girly.
Just walk to the links gallery.
My name's Emma
Say
Gilligan.
hi.
I need to put my shades on for this sort of thing.
Get the Gymshark outfit on.
Do you know that's actually going in?
Right, Shark.
You happy? You with your friend.
He's back.
Hello, Seppi. Hello. Oh, hello, Lyra. You're such a nice girly. Seppi, say hi.
Yeah, but that's 10 past.
We literally went upstairs into bed and I think we fell asleep before.
Corned beef hash to start with.
Are you feeling nervous now?
Corned beef hash to start. Did you get all that?
Yeah.
I don't remember agreeing to that.
Aaron's like, what? Sorry now?
Hang on a minute. I am the dog.
Aaron's like, I thought that was mine.
Not too bad, thank you.
Going down. Like,
Yeah, it's done.
it's just road racing.
Actually,
I don't care no more.
what
Put
an
the axes out.
absolute
What are you
wrestling.
about?
You should win though. You got Bodo Glint. I should win.
We should be.
But then it's Spurs.
No, that's
Sorry.
Yeah, true.
Can't be the same.
Fine.
In its
Serving
natural
up.
habitat.
Yes, serving up the dog's dinner. Very funny.
Was that an impression of me, was it?
Got them, and then I can do things. Because the thing is, I do spend.
Scream if you want to go faster.
Scream if you want to go faster!
Impression be like, come on, run! Scream if you want to go faster!
Good morning, guys. Happy Easter Sunday. Up and ready. Going for a run this morning, just an easy run. I'm on day 4 of my period, so I'm just going to have a nice easy pace, get some fresh air, get some movement in, and then we're going for a Sunday dinner. So I'll take you, not till later this afternoon though, but I'll take you along for the run. Sorry, Wesley's having a drink. It's just a lovely sound. Like Pixie's moments, but yeah, we're going for a run, so I'll take you along. Pre-run hot cross bun. Oh, that rhymes. Aaron keeps like running ahead past him because his easy pace is obviously very different to mine, but he keeps running back, bless him. Just stay with us for a bit. Here we go. Hello. I definitely find this almost harder than a fast run because it's like putting your ego to one side and going slower, even though I go faster, I'm looking at my breathing, all that stuff, so running across the bridge. But yeah, these runs are just as important. It's just hard in a different way. So back from a run, we've actually just been for a walk with Wizzy Woo. Yeah. Yeah, took Wesley for a walk and now just gonna get sorted. I'm actually gonna sign the vlog off yet because I'm gonna get it edited and uploaded before we go for Sunday dinner so that it's on time. But I hope that you've enjoyed this one. Bit of a mix of everything, spending a bit of the Easter weekend together, and I hope you've all had a lovely one. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the next one.